Hello Power Rangers fans! As many of you may know, the Writers Guild of America have been on strike since May 2nd, and they were joined in the strike by the Screen Actors Guild and American Federation for Television and Radio Artists on July 14th. This is significant because the writers and actors have not been on strike at the same time in 60 years. I'm not a member of the union, but I stand with unions because I stand with the idea of working class citizens coming together to fight against a conglomerate for better treatment. And as SAG-AFTRA has been releasing more and more guidelines for podcasters, cosplayers, content creators, I've come to realize that I need to make a change in the type of content that I'm making. I'm going to stop making Power Rangers content temporarily until the strike is over, because I don't want my social media to be a free advertising platform for these companies. And as a swan song, I decided to make this video about the rich and sordid history Power Rangers has with mistreating actors and how those situations could have been bettered by having a union.
Let's start with the fact that this information is not difficult to find.
Starting with the face we all know, beloved Zordon actor David Fielding was paid a flat rate of $150 for a single day of filming his face. He did receive payment for the following 31 episodes in which he did the voice of Zordon, but when he left the show and was replaced by Robert Manahan, he did not receive any additional payment for the use of his face, and that's for the following 5 seasons in which Zordon was featured regularly. This correlates directly to one of the primary concerns of the unions currently on strike, that background actors receiving a small fee would be able to be scanned and replaced with AI, in which case they would never receive another paying job and would go out of business. This is something I can't believe every Power Rangers fan doesn't know. The transfer of power from Jason, Zach, and Trini to Adam, Aisha, and Rocky was because actors Thuy Trang, Walter Jones, and Austin St. John's asked for more money. When the show went into season 2 and was wildly more popular, making exponentially more money, they continued to pay the actors a flat rate of $600 a week.
The actors being fired so quickly is why we get an exit scene with the beautiful sunset in the background. Very emotional, right? No, it's a convenient way to hide that those actors were no longer on set. Unions help actors fairly renegotiate their contracts and can help ensure they won't be fired on the spot for asking for adequate pay. This exit scene in the viewing globe amuses me. It is clearly not them. Amy Jo Johnson would go on to quit the show for the exact same reason: inadequate pay and harsh work environment. For me, this quote says everything about the strike. Why should an actor who is not receiving residuals be in threat of poverty while a company is making tons and tons of money off of their face and their work?
Kimberly actress Amy Jo Johnson also opened up about how unsafe the work environments were on the show and on the movie, which is something that would be regulated by a union if they were able to intervene. She even says she and Billy actor David Yost were caught on fire. So yeah, of course she quit the show.
She at least stuck around to do an in-person transfer of power and a proper exit arc, unlike her previous coworkers who were fired immediately, and also unlike the next actor to quit, Aisha actor Karen Ashley, who quit for the same reason: poor pay and bad work environment.
Oh, and check out this article if you want. It has all the stuff I'm talking about written out in little paragraphs that are easy to consume. Karen Ashley was promised that she would get a 10-episode exit arc, just like the one that Amy Jo Johnson got for her character Kimberly. However, in Alien Rangers, they decided they were just going to do it in 2 episodes, and the actress is only shown in 1 scene when she's leaving in the viewing globe. I mean, at least it's actually Karen Ashley, unlike when Jason, Zach, and Trini left. But unions could make sure that companies hold true to contracts or handshake contracts that they have made without screwing over the actor.
Who's next?
Billy Cranston actor David Yost, who quit the show abruptly after being horrendously bullied for years, which is something a union could have intervened in if they were allowed to communicate with HR and hold the studio to a higher standard. His abrupt quitting is why we get this ridiculously patched together plot arc where Billy is replaced by a different actor and they claim he's just getting old. I've heard rumors that Blake Foster, the actor who played Justin in Turbo, was hired without them knowing he was a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and then they fired him when they found out, which is not something that I would put past Haim Saban. However, in this article, he does disprove that theory. So there's no shenanigans there, that was just how his contract played out. Things go pretty quiet after Saban sold to Disney, but I did at one point read an article about Disney getting in hot water in 2010 because people said that they were violating child labor laws, but I couldn't find that article again, so that's unsubstantiated gossip. However, after they sold back to Haim Saban, of course he got back to his regular anti-union shenanigans. For instance, here's the PMC reveal for Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Who's that guy on the end?
Well, it's certainly not Calvin actor Nico Greetham. At PMC in 2016, they revealed Chance Simpson as the actor who was going to play Calvin. But before the show began filming, he was fired for undisclosed reasons. And here's the thing, Chance was a member of the Screen Actors Guild.
The show was still not unionized at the time, and Saban, having such a terrible history of mistreating actors, probably didn't want a SAG actor on his set. Now, after he got sick of Power Rangers for the second time because of the 2017 movie not doing very well and he decided to sell to Hasbro, Hasbro did the right thing and joined the union. That means Power Rangers, a show that began in 1993, did not join the Actors Union until 2018. The first ever Power Ranger to be a member of the Screen Actors Guild was Rory Travis, who played Devin Daniels, the Red Ranger on Power Rangers Beast Morphers in 2019. Thinking about the behind-the-scenes history of Power Rangers makes me think about all of the actors who ever could have been paid properly for their work, could have been made to feel safe when they were on set, and people who deserve that dignity and respect. And that's why I want to stand with the union. So I'm not going to be making Power Rangers content anymore from now on until the strike is over. I might try to still make content about crafters that do Power Rangers things or people who do fan projects, though I haven't done my research properly on that yet because fan projects are still related to the source material and I don't know if that counts as advertising. Stick around, I'm probably going to do some crazy stuff. I might just run around in the woods dressed like a fairy. But if you're not interested in non-Power Rangers content on my page, I do not hold that against you at all. You don't have to unfollow me, just scroll past when you see me on TikTok, silence the notifications on YouTube, and when the strike is over, come back and see me. I will be making Power Rangers content again. As always, may the power protect you.